All right, we are going to be playing Young Disaffects by FeverDev. This is a part of the Hawktober Horrors 2005 game jam. What I usually do for game jams that I'm in, if I have the time to rate as many as I can, is I start submissions in need of ratings, and I start at the ones that have the least ratings, and then I just go as far down the list as I can. So this one is by FeverDev, a downloadable game about a giant beetles and young Disaffects. Interesting. I don't know the context of that word. Page under construction. Stay tuned. Movement. Wasad. Game will be playable. Blah blah blah. This is an early prototype with very little content at the moment. It demonstrates a rough plan for what the game shall be in the future with dialogue from key characters. The game will be a mix of hack/adventure survival with teammates that you have to minimal control over, assisting you in obeying orders. Unlike dungeons, unique dungeons and worlds will be created to explore and capture the imagination of players. Very cool. Hack and slash. Mandatory disclaimer that I am, in fact, bad at video games. And I forgot, whenever you download stuff from like indie devs, Windows Defender has like a meltdown, which is good. I mean, it's looking out for me. Whoa, that was really loud. Huge thanks and credits to Corinne, Tectani, Oda Cool, Ivy Phantom. Oh, there we are. Alright, let's check the audio. I feel like that needs to go down. Then I think we're okay. Alright, story mode. Let's go. I gotta turn that down to my ears though, because otherwise I can't think. Oh. Welcome to Young Disaffects Jam Demo. This project is the culmination of efforts of many people. Unfortunately, we were unable to finish the project in time. I stand by, I've said this many times in other videos, I stand by that I think jams are just a fantastic place for a demo, and just get out like, even 5 to 10 minutes of gameplay just to give like an idea of what you're going for so that you can get feedback on that and then build from there. It's really, really hard to make anything in like a blank echo chamber. Like you really need feedback at certain levels. So I think jams are just such a nice opportunity to get feedback. So totally fine to upload unfinished games for jams, in my opinion. Many things in this game are currently placeholders or unfinished. All of the music is created by Odacol. Find him on Bandcamp, Spotify, and YouTube. Stay tuned for updates. It's like amalgamation, but it's amalgamate. Is that fucking with my head? Amalgamia. I think amalgamia makes more sense because it's like amalgamation. Amalgamia. Andropov, are you ready to enter the new world? You seem a bit confused. The universe is to be realigned with new gods, new ideas, new adventures to have. It's so exciting. We've already been given bodies, and we are just waiting to be placed somewhere. In this world, there'll be giant beetles which travel the world, massive cult wars, strange magics, and bizarre humanoids. You'll be in charge of a small fire team of young, energetic Solidarchians. Very cool. And your group will be living inside of one of these giant beetles' shell. Ooh, very Trojan horse. But a young, smaller beetle only able to house 12 people, in comparison to the fully grown ones, which house a country's worth of humanoids. That's terrifying. Are you excited? I sure am. I'll be by your side and doing my best, so I hope you'll give it your best too. Oh, looks like it's time to go. Ooh, are you ready? Very cool. Alright, so I am Andropov. I hope I'm saying that right. What an odd dream. Hello, Andropov. Show some respect to your captain and let me get some sleep. Wiki? Brings you to me at such an hour. Oh, I'm timed. What brings you to me at such an hour? Death. The notes of death have brought me here. It's Uiki, right? Uiki. I think so. Uiki. Death. Something we're already so close to if you don't seize the day and save us. I don't want all of us to die, Andropov. There is a future for the Loon platoon. My eyes have been opened after the haze of the mother beetle passed from us. A new dimension of vision. I've entered it. What are you saying? We can't die. You must double your efforts. You must lead us. I don't think you have been putting in the energy required. Dear Awiki, naturally, I do not want all of us to die. I'm going to keep working hard to keep us alive. Oh, Andropov, you do not understand. There is no accident. Do you really think a bunch of young loon recruits would end up here, barely enough to manage this beetle, and at a time like this, our mother beetle in such conflict, our elders abandoning us? With the mother beetle far from us, the haze was lifted, and I can see they have been hiding from my minds. What can you see, Uiki? We are the future. The light has condensed itself through our lineage, arriving at us. These dangerous times are but a sharpening, preparing us so we can take what's ours, and achieve total world dominance. Inspiring stuff, dear Uiki, but it is quite late and I would like to sleep. Do not forget your place in this, Andropov. With this beetle and this group of young fighters and the fire in our eyes, we can do anything. Keep us alive. That's a threat. Go to bed, Uiki. Ooh, I like the perspective. And the head bobbing is interesting. Right on the edge of being a little motion sicky, but really interesting. Ooh. Big black room with one light. Walk into the light. Oh, I love the colors. I am such a fan of pink and blue. Oh, I don't like the head bobbing. Actually, probably a little glad that this is a demo because I get really motion sick really easily. Ooh. Beetle water 12, beetle food 5. So are we inside of a beetle? Ugh. This is a wiki. So I can talk to her. Oh, there we go. Oh, I probably should have looked at the other stuff first. She was just right in front of me. Oh, you haven't finished. Oh, the screen is a little cut off. I can't see what's on the whole screen. Sometimes I wonder if the aspect ratio of my TV is wrong. So I actually don't know if the capture is showing it cut off or if it's showing the whole thing. I can see unfinished, no cutscene yet. But I can't see the rest of it. I'm assuming it's telling me I haven't spoken to everybody yet. Human food, 0. Uh-oh. There's probably not any options, huh? Oops. Hello, friends. The music shift. Amalgam. We just worked through the Chevy. Amalgamia. That's what it was. You're up early, Andropov. It is a big day tomorrow, and I cannot sleep. My hand shall not shake. My aim shall be true. If only I can center my soul and tighten my resolve. That is my prayer, Andropov. I do wonder what you pray for. I hope it is for my safety. I do not believe it is a good idea to bother poor Leverett. These names are crazy. They're beautiful. I wonder if there's meaning behind them. There must be meaning behind them. This seems like secretly very deep. It kind of reminds me of that old movie, the war propaganda one. What is it called? I'm doing my part. That's the only part I remember. I don't actually remember battle something. One sec, pause everything. Movie. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part movie. Starship Troopers, that's what it was. In Starship Troopers, it was like, I don't know, this is giving me Starship Trooper vibes, is my point. She's very tired. Have you forgotten that she was hit with the Noctivian Shade Blast? It will be a few more hours before her soul is fully mended. She's really tossing and turning. Are these people dead? No, they're just sleeping. Okay. They're probably just not done yet. I like their designs yet though. Okay, so I don't know what it said, but I think I checked all of these vast rooms. This was the food room, wasn't it? No, was this my bedroom? There's a weird hallway down here. Maybe it doesn't lead to anywhere though. It's weird that the light box got dimmer as I got closer to it though. I don't know anything about how Unity works. That looks like, what are they called? Karimbos? Those little instruments where they play like the Spirited Away theme on YouTube. We're just gonna try it. Enter. Ooh. Look at that polyhedral. Whoa. This is crazy. This part of it is extremely unfinished. Thank you for playing our early beta. What am I doing? Wow, the mouse sensitivity is insane. I almost need to like take my hands off the mouse. So I'm running around collecting food, and my fighters with me are fighting the monsters. Although I'm not entirely sure. Ooh. Will this hurt me? Whoa. 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 I like that the candles are floating. I don't know how intentional that is. I don't know if there's anything that I can do. It said thank you for playing our demo, so that could be it. Which is fair, but we're just gonna go to the other end of the room and just see if there's anything else. That looks big and glowy. I don't think anything's attacking me. Enter to return to the beetle. Okay. So that's like what going into like a dungeon would be like in the full game, but obviously a lot more to it. So I would guess that there's like different levels, different designs, different puzzles, different levels of difficulty, different enemies. And the screen is just black. Oh, nope, I'm back in my bedroom. Okay, there's the pink light. Beetle water, beetle food. And let's see if our human food went up. Human food 50! And then I think that might be it. But let's go talk to our friends and just see if they've woken up and see if anything is different. No, I can't say anything to anybody. Okay, I think that might be it. Yeah, like I was saying before, I think that I think demos are, jams are a perfect spot for demos. Because you get eyes on it, you get feedback from it, you get feedback from other indie dev makers, which is always, I think, I always love getting feedback from like my peers. And I feel like I've learned so much over the years by doing jams and getting feedback. Like there's just been so much like little stuff that I wouldn't have known if somebody hadn't told me. I think the design of this is really cute. I really, really love the aesthetic. It's clearly very unfinished, so I don't know like how far into the end goal it is. Like, is it 25% done to how you want it to look, or is it 10%, or is it 70%? The rooms were pretty big and empty, but obviously it's probably because they're not finished. I really, really love the character design. Everyone has like a really unique look to it. But then, like, aside from all of that, I think the world building is super interesting. I think this idea of this mystery of something bigger is going on here, and we're dropped into the middle of it, and we have to just trust all of these like eldritch horror concepts of we're living inside of these giant beetles and we're like fighting for humanity, is terrifying. And a really, really original feeling, really cool concept. It's kind of like, you know, if you were told that you were like an amoeba in something's body and you're like a part of like, you know, the immune system, you know, army kind of thing. Like you're just one tiny little speck of a much bigger picture. It is a very, very scary and eldritch idea. So super interesting. But no, I think this is really cute. I mean, nothing super broke. I know personally I get a little motion sick if there's head bobbing. So if you're gonna put head bobbing into a Unity game, I would advocate for making sure that it's an option to remove that. Because if this were any longer, frankly, I wouldn't be able to play it. My poor friends, we play all of these. We play so many weird multiplayer, like horror survival games. And there have been so many times where I've had to just tap out because I'm like, I can't do it. I feel like I'm going to throw up on Discord, and like no one wants to deal with that. So I know that that's a pretty big accessibility thing. I'm really curious about the names. I don't know if they're just like cool fantasy names or if they're like really meaningful. They feel extremely intentional. And if I'm not mistaken, I thought it was interesting how they're all like names in different languages. Like the main character's name felt very Slavic or Russian. And then I don't remember her name. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see it. But I don't remember her name off the top of my head just because I'm bad at names. It was like Uiki, right? Like that feels very Japanese. And then I don't remember their names at all, but that feels very intentional. So I'd be curious to see like where that's going in terms of like where have all these people come from and how have they all ended up here. I don't know. It seems really cool. I really, really like the aesthetic. I like the lighting. I think is really cool. I like that even with so little to show, it had a very dramatic feel to it. So very, very cool. I hope you're very happy with yourself. I hope you're happy with yourself. That sounded meaner than I meant it. Yeah, I feel like, was I supposed to be able to attack? Maybe I might have just been doing something wrong. It's very real that I might have just missed something, but also that's good feedback if I missed something, because if I missed it, then it probably wasn't made clear enough. So if I were supposed to be able to attack, it needs a better tutorial. But yeah, really good job. I'm excited to finally get a chance to dive into these. I've been kind of in a depression spiral, so happy to be able to play some of these games, give some feedback back to the universe. So yay. All right, well, thank you, internet. Bye, internet. Bye.